Alrighty, we're probably gonna go ahead and kick it off here. We got a couple people out in the crowd, so why not? And what we're gonna be doing for this stream, it's not gonna be as long as this morning stream. I think this morning was like 6 hours or something, which is fucking crazy, honestly. But what we're gonna be doing instead is rather basing this stream around YouTube video recording. So I'm basically going to be doing the same thing that I would for a YouTube recording, only I'm going to be live streaming it and just recording what I need to. Thanks to Streamlabs, it's super easy. So yeah, if y'all hear me do the YouTube intro and all that, don't be surprised if I repeat it like 4 times. But yeah, also means I'll probably be checking comments, and some of the comments will probably get repeated on YouTube. So shout out to everyone that gets mentioned. Nonetheless, we're probably going to go ahead and kick it off. What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we'll be taking a look at a War of the Spark deck. Thanks to Wizards for letting me get a preview event, or get into the preview event rather, and get a look at all these awesome cards early. So the first deck that I wanted to showcase, or rather the second deck, as we already showcased one, maybe 2 or 3 with MTG Jeff. It just depends on in what order I decide to upload this video and the second half of that video. But yeah, this is going to be a God Eternal Stray. So I saw Charm Stray and I just immediately love it. I know it's a jank card. I know it's always going to be a jank card. But I love it. It just sounds interesting. So when Charm Stray enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control named Charm Stray. So what's the idea with this deck? Basically to get down a Charm Stray, and then we can mirror image it, we can quasi-duplicate it, we can spark double it, and just get as many out as possible. Or the best scenario, obviously, get down a Helm of the Host, because then we're just making new Charm Strays every single game. We do have one Ashes of the Abhorrent, which is just honestly a good card, and there's a lot of cards in the new set that deal with the graveyards, so making sure that people can't cast spells from them is definitely very prevalent, especially since most people right now in the event are playing a whole lot of the new stuff. So moving us down, we have 3 copies of Dawn of Hope. This is just to help us get in some card draw, or get in some tokens, whichever may be more useful. 2 copies of Revitalize, again, life card draw. Pretty simple, pretty basic, old cards that you already know about. We do have 3 copies of Dovin's Veto, which is honestly so excellent. If you're in the Azorius or Esper or Bont or anything with blue-white color scheme in it, make sure you're picking up this spell if you're like playing a serious sort of deck. Just because it's so good, or a control deck, a mid-range deck, it's so good. There's no counter wars or any of that, so you don't have to worry if you're going into a control deck with it, because they can't counter it. So really good in my opinion. Then again, we have 3 copies of Mirror Image, 3 copies of Quasi Duplicate. Y'all have seen these cards before. We're just trying to copy the Charm Stray here. But one other cool combination we have, and I'll get down to it as we move down the list here. But yeah, that'll get revealed here in a second. 3 copies of Absorb. This is kind of a control deck, which y'all know I usually don't go for, but past the Absorbs and the Dovin's Veto, we don't have any more, we don't have any removal or any of that, so we're sort of relying on canceling our opponent's spells before they even happen, as opposed to removing them. Moving us down, we have 2 copies of Jace's Projection. Now, we aren't playing any of the Jace Planeswalkers, so the second little bit doesn't really matter. But the first bit says whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Jace's Protection. This is another great card to quasi-duplicate, mirror image, spark double. As obviously we can draw a whole lot of cards with Dawn of Hope. And Revitalize helps us draw the Immortal Sun. We're going to be drawing more cards, so it's just a solid creature to have down in the Azorius color scheme, as well as being very fun. So then we have 4 copies of Spark Double. Now, the cool thing about Spark Double is we can copy a creature or a Planeswalker, and again, we're not playing any Planeswalkers, but it is still a nifty little trait that should definitely be taken note of. Nonetheless, we can copy anything, even if it's legendary, because the copy, this Spark Double copy, isn't legendary. So the cool thing is we have these 4 copies of God Eternal Oketra, which some people might say is a bit too much. Sure, maybe we could drop it down to 3, but I really want to make sure that this combo goes off, and I can show y'all what I'm talking about here. So what you can actually do is Spark Double the God Eternal Oketra, and then after that you can quasi-duplicate and mirror image the Spark Double. So it's still going to give you the God Eternal Oketra copy. They're not going to be legendaries, and then you can literally have however many you can muster up on the battlefield, which is just crazy, because then from there, you play a Charm Stray, you get however many zombies. You play a mirror image, you get however many zombies. So it's just really, really fun. And of course, you can always Helm of the Host on Oketra, which makes for a great combo. And then we have the Immortal Sun, because right now the meta is stacked with Planeswalkers. And it's just a great ability, right? All of our spells cost 1 less, creatures get +1/+1, we draw an additional card, which helps with Jace's protection. So yeah, it's just a solid add-in to the deck. So that's going to do it for the deck tech or the deck breakdown, and now we'll hop right into the matches. Alrighty, so people on YouTube, 36 walkers, none of them needed. Yeah, I don't need those cards. We just see Boar God summon Galta turn 4. Yeah, that would be crazy. And he starts off with a cat guy video. We don't even own cats. I only own dogs, but you know, I see new Bolas upvote. We'll get to the Bolas deck. All right, so let me get back into the YouTube recording, and I'll cut out all of this little middle part. Alrighty, so our opponent's going to be Will Plays for this first match, and this is a scary hand to keep, I'm not going to lie, just because we start out with 2 blue, which is not really the position you want to be in. But I see a Charm Stray, I see the God Eternal Catcher. I'm a pretty simple man. I'm going to keep it. And the Spark Double, so, you know, what more could you ask for except that your opponent don't play aggro? And we'll just have to, I guess, sort of hope here. You know, another copy of Absorb is really not what I wanted there. I would have taken a Plains, thank you. Either way, our opponent's playing Naya. Looks like some Naya ramp. That's fun. Also, everyone that you see me play against, they're either a professional Magic player or they're another... Come on, Spark Double. Or they're another streamer or YouTube content creator. So if you enjoy the deck they're playing, you know, search their name on either Twitch or YouTube, maybe even in Google. You'll probably be able to find them. And you can leave off the _VIP part, as that's on everyone's name. Let me see if I need to turn down the game volume. No, just my headphones volume, huh? That should be fine there. Hey, there's some white mana, so we will pay the 2 life and get this creature down, or get this land down. And I think we're just going to hold up the mana for Absorb. Yeah, I think I'd rather hold up the mana for Absorb than just get down a 1/1 Charm Stray. So let's see what they go for here. Oh, they're just swinging in for the 2. I'm perfectly fine with that. Alright, since we're gonna have to discard a card, let's go ahead and get the Charm Stray, and then we can always mirror image it come next turn. Hopefully they didn't draw something to play this turn. That would be really bad luck for us, because it was either discard something or get something out of our hand, and honestly, considering we have things to play, I'd rather just play it. Of course they drew Ilrog. Oh, goodness. Alright, so that's probably going to be a game 1. That's a nice combo. That is a nice combo. Granted, our deck is definitely starting out slow. That is a quick combo, too. I feel like... okay, so we're not really going to have a shot here. Next turn they attack with Ilrog again, pretty much do the same thing over again, so I think we do just lose here. We'll keep our creature up. But, yeah, good game. So we will just concede out here. But the cool thing with the new meta, cool, some probably find it annoying, is that it's being driven even more in the aggro direction, which just seems a little bit odd to me considering how much complaints there were about mono red. Granted, there's a lot of complaints about Esper as well, so I guess it's better to push your game into an aggro direction than a boring, slow, sort of standard meta. Nonetheless, that's going to do it for game 1, and we will hop on into a game 2. Alright, so yeah, we just got smacked around quite a bit. 39 if you're counting the ones that aren't in the main set. Unfortunately. Alright, so here we are in a game 2 up against Wanda. I feel like it's meant to be said in German, right? You can't put Z in front of your name and not sound German. And I come from German heritage, so that's not racist, right? I like seeing Helm and I like seeing Charmed. Not really. Don't really need to see anything else. I think we do go ahead and just pay the 2 life. Let's get the Charmed Stray down. Hopefully they don't have some like cheap removal. That would be unfortunate for sure to see. Spark double. I like it. I like it. Okay, so we'll keep mana up for the Dovin's Veto. Probably play Revitalize at instant speed if we don't need Dovin's Veto. Which hopefully we won't. I would like to see some more lands for sure. Drowned Secrets. Ooh, yeah, I'm not getting milled. No, thank you. Also, I apologize if y'all can hear the effects of. Okay, so we can go ahead and wait until their turn to revitalize. But I'm sorry if y'all hear the effects of Discord. I turned off streamer mode as earlier I kept missing calls, so just trying to avoid that from happening. But yeah, we'll see what Helm of Host is definitely getting taken here. 3 spark doubles. I don't know if it's just in the event or what, but it seems like I draw copies of cards like hella often. Like all throughout the stream today, it just felt like I kept drawing the same cards, if that makes sense. Take my Helm. You know you wanna. It's the best card there, and if you take a spark double, it's not gonna matter. So, or maybe they're in the surveil step and they don't know if they want to keep it or not. Come on. What? What? Wow, that makes no sense. All right, so we got a mirror image, so we got something. We got to play, right? Something to do. I like how it swapped the cats over there. Not quite sure what that was all about, but some more land, por favor. Don't tell me they have another thought erasure. Okay. I was about to say if they have another thought erasure, I could see why they took a spark double. Maybe, even still, I probably would have taken the Helm of the Host first. I'm not sure. Also, after this this stream, for those of you that are watching me live stream it, we will be taking another break, and then I'm going to be coming back later tonight and doing like a, you know, one of the late night Magic streams that I normally do for all the people that are up real late and all that. So hopefully that'll go well. I enjoy our little kitty cat army we have here. Creeping Chill. You know, it's not the worst card ever to see your opponent play. Sure, Dawn of Hope. At least it's a card generator, unless they spell pierce it here. No? Alright, wonderful. So let's go kitty cats. Honestly, I think Charmed Stray would do pretty well in like a mono white cat tribal deck with the Johnny's Pride Maid and the Leonin Vanguard, Leonin War Leader. How many Creeping Chills you got, bro? That is a lot. Hey, there's the land we needed. Alright, so we spark double, and we'll spark double the original Charmed Stray. Yes, we could get down Helm of the Host there, but I think buffing our cats is better. So we have lethal. So long as the board state stays like this. I enjoy that I don't see any white mana from our opponent, because that means that they don't have any Kaya's Wrath. So, game 2, Kitty Cat Army picking it up. And yeah, actually a lot of fun to play. If you manage to get down the Charmed Stray, excellent. If you manage to get down the God Eternal Oketra and then spark double them, even better, even more glorious. So we'll go and hop into a game 3 here, and then that'll be it for this video. Kitties for sure. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Let's see, what time is it? 6:30. I may have to cut the stream short if something comes up at a certain point. So I know that sounds really ambiguous, but nonetheless. Alrighty, so here we are in a game 3 up against Champ Blankman. Alrighty. This is rough simply because I don't see any of the key creatures I want, right? I'm gonna keep it because y'all know I don't really care, but oh no, they're playing aggro. Well, we're definitely not paying the 2 then, right? The absorbs should help, and the Dawn of Hope, if we can get up to 4 mana, should help as well. Yeah. Oh no. Dreadhorde Butcher is actually scary. Also, I do apologize if y'all can hear screaming in the background. Okay, so we can either go Charm Stray here into a quasi-duplicate next turn, which it doesn't kill their Dreadhorde Butcher, and we can't even kill their Gutter Bones come next turn, but we can at least get the quasi-duplicate going. So hopefully they don't have any removal, that is. But I didn't leave mana up for Dovin's Veto, as most aggro decks tend to play a lot of low mana creatures. Oh, nice. They're only swinging in with the Dreadhorde Butcher. I'll take that, actually. Any bit of a delay that I can get in damage. Dreadhorde Invasion. You're just giving us all the Dreadhordes, right? Alright, so we can Quasi here, but we can't do much past that. We can cast Ashes of Abhorrent, or we can go Dawn of Hope. Though Dawn of Hope doesn't do much for us, so I kind of like the quasi-duplicate play, and then we can always quasi next turn and just discard Ashes, and then we'll have a 3/3 Stray down, which can at least deal with the Gutter Bones, right? And maybe keeping mana up for the Absorb was the right play, but you gotta think there's more to it. So I'm gonna go no blocks here. It does bring us down to 10, but it means that come my turn, both of my Charm Strays should be able to swing in. Ooh, that Firebrand's gonna kill my cat. Calling it now. We can throw down Helm, and if we draw a land next turn, then obviously that's the best play we have. But I can't rely on it, so we're just gonna go with the Quasi on the Charmed, and maybe not Ashes. Maybe we do sack out the Dovin's Veto. I hate to see it go, but like, okay, so you can kill my 1/1. Yeah. Figured that was coming, but we'll still get to attack with the 3/3, which is still some life gains, so that is wonderful. We're back up to 13. If we draw into a land, I'm going to feel really dumb. And we're actually going to block the Dreadhorde Butcher here, because we're getting pretty low on mana, and I doubt that they had seen the block coming, which is why they just swung in with everything. Priest of Forgotten Gods. Oh no, that's so bad for us. Gotta turn our Oketra. Okay, so as soon as their turn happens, they'll probably sacrifice, or swing in, then sacrifice, and I think that's game. Is there any way for us to negate that? Ashes, maybe? Maybe we have to go Ashes and Dawn. At least that way we'll gain the 3 here, and then we'll gain life if they choose to sack with Priest. Could have also just thrown down Dawn and got some card draw, but card draw doesn't get us out of this situation. So how much damage is that? 9? We're still dead, because then they just sacked the Dreadhorde, right? Alrighty. I'll admit it, Charm Stray cats are probably not the strongest in meta right now, especially with everyone trying these aggro decks out. But, you know, it is what it is, so once they figure out who they want to sacrifice there. Alright. So there's the 5, and there's the 2 from the priest. So it was a GG. We made a good effort with the cats. Unfortunately, they do fall short. So that's going to do it for this video. If y'all enjoyed, be sure to leave a like down below and a comment in the comment section if you have any suggestions for this deck, future deck, past decks. If you're new to the channel, also consider subscribing. And until next time, peace.
Well, if you need anything else,
Alrighty, so Rip Kitty 2019 to 2019, yeah. How long do I plan on streaming this session? Not quite sure. I'm waiting on somebody's response and then I'll be leaving. But I am recording a couple of YouTube videos as well, so we'll be here for a little bit at least. The old preconditioned commander would be nice. Alrighty. Well, yeah, we're still waiting, and it is hot in here. I'm sorry if y'all can hear my fan, by the way. So, since we just played like a recording deck, then I'm going to go through and we'll play this, we'll either play the Feather, where the hell is the, Feather the Redeemed. I was about to say, I know Feather is in the name. We either play this Feather the Redeemed deck or play the Nicol deck, and I'll leave that completely up to all of y'all. So, go ahead and put in, you know, whether would you rather see Feather or Nicol, and I'll give one of those a go. Nice. What's up, Joshua? Nice to have you back, man. Let me go ahead and apply all the styles here too. Oh, just one. And the next deck that we're probably showcasing on YouTube is going to be the Selesnya Proliferate, so we'll play that after, you know, we play a couple matches with one of these two. I just don't want it to be all like me doing YouTube recordings, because that's not very fair to the people that's coming out and seeing the live stream. So which one? Nicol, Dragon Daddy, Nicol, just for the fun Walker interaction. All right. We'll play this base Nicol deck that I made, and then we'll go back in and make some adjustments to it, because I already know there's some that I want to make, but I also kind of just want to play some more games. So push this back a little bit. Might give a little bit of weird lighting to me, but makes me feel a hell of a lot better. Oh yeah, makes me look super creepy. Goodness, but you can't beat that wind. There. Or, let's see how it looks if I put it all back, huh? Still bad. It is really hot in here, though. Oh, that is awful. How do we only have one land? How do we only have 2 lands? What's going on here? Treasure map? Sure. Alright, so we might as well throw it down tapped. So yeah, the idea here, I believe, was a Nicol Super Friends Amass deck. So I may have been trying to go too far with the things that I was doing, but you know, if you never try, you never know. So cool thing about Soul Diviner is we can actually take off charges from our treasure map if we want to draw cards. We actually are going to go ahead and pay the 2 life here and get a Saheeli. Hopefully they don't counter it. Oh, Tyrant Scorn. Okay. Sure. Tyrant Scorn might actually become pretty popular with all the aggro decks. Okay, so now we go Kaya's Ghost Form on Saheeli. And hope they have no way to kill Saheeli here, because that would be awful, obviously. But Kaya's Ghost Form, honestly, a really good card as well, as long as you don't overdo it. So you can enchant a creature or planeswalker, and then whenever they die or are put into exile, you just immediately put him back onto the battlefield. So let's see if it resolves. Awesome, awesome. Now we will play a treasure map. They have Sinister Sabotage, and you chose not to sabotage my Sahili, but you're going to sabotage my treasure map. Okay. Oh, this is Frank Lepore. Oh, goodness. Okay, so he knows what he's doing then. Alright, well, you know, if he wants to counter my treasure map, you can counter my treasure map. For those of you who don't know, Frank Lepore is a pro player, so yeah. This should be fun. We'll go ahead and send out the hello cry. Cool, cool. That's what I like to see. Early morning cry of the Carnariums. We're actually going to go ahead and get down Kazmina as well. I kind of like the Flux Chandler better here. We're not really trying to amass away all of our own creatures, right? Sarkhan. Sarkhan's fun. Hey, we drew the Nicol. So non-creature spell proliferate. I don't think we're going to have a non-creature spell this turn, but let's go ahead and get the Flux Chandler down. And we can make another wizard. Discard a card. I hate to discard the Nicol, but we do have 2 in the deck. And Dread Horde kind of helps us better. I'm going to feel really bad if I discard the Nicol, though, and we get the mana we need come next turn. Alright, alright. Fuck it. We'll play... Oh no, I do not want to activate Sealy. We'll play how best we know to. We are going to all attack towards the Sarkhan, so we can at least minus him 1 more. And then next turn we should be able to finish him off. Oh! Completely forgot his innate effect. Whoops. Well, that's the thing with playing these new sets. You never really know. What's up, babe? Yes. Yeah. Juan never answered me, so. Oh, they get their own Nicol. Alright. Awesome. Awesome. That's almost lethal. Alright, so yeah, Frank Lepore. No surprise his deck came out swinging. Let's see what cards they're playing. Sinister, Tyrant, Scorn. Why would they not attack with the Nicol? Thought erasure. Oh, such a bust. Alright, so then we basically lose this turn, right? Or lose this game. Let's get rid of that Sinister for sure. Yeah, we need that land. That's our Nicol. We can't draw a card and discard a card. That won't work. We can hit their Nicol in the face, which, you know, I'll take a shot at that every single chance I get. So we get our own Nicol come next turn. Excellent. And then I think we just destroy their Nicol, right? We just immediately destroy their Nicol Bolas. No questions asked. So you have to exile a card here. I think we exiled the Servo. Ah, damn it. Alrighty. Frank Lepore smashing us up. That's to be expected, though. As I said, he is a pro player, so. Yeah, let's go look back at our Grixis Nicol deck. Maybe we want to add in Sarkhan. Sarkhan is pretty amazing, as we just saw. Goodness, how about I just select Planeswalker? Would that be easier? Yes, much easier. Kind of want to play Nicol in a different kind of deck. Or, hold up. We'll just create a whole new deck because I don't have my 60,000 decks in this on this account or on this little set like I did last time. So let's. Oh, there he is. Let's play 3 copies. Now let's go through and select the best Planeswalkers, and then we'll go back and select the other stuff. You know, Ral Storm Conduit may not be bad. I'm just going to add in all the ones that are like maybes, and then we'll go back and see what we want for sure. Kind of want to play a Liliana. She is a bit expensive, but we could try Jace Cunning Castaway Nicol Bolas. Although I don't know if it makes the copies of Jace Cunning Castaway, if it makes the copies of Nicol Bolas. I guess we'll see. I do like Kasmina. I think she's excellent. So wait, how many Planeswalkers is that already? A fuck ton, right? 11? Okay, so not actually that many. Are there any other different ones we want to play? I think Ongroth is pretty good. And then we can just, for the last 24 cards, just play things to deal with opponent's stuff. That seems a bit rude. We could probably even make a case for going up to 4 copies of Nicol, just because it only starts out with 4 loyalty, so it's so easy to just get it gone, get rid of it. Let's see. Another copy of Saheeli isn't terrible, as she is very cheap. Or we play just more Jace Cunning Castaways, I guess. Alright. Should be good. Now, let's go through and look at the instant sorceries, enchantments, creatures, and artifacts. And we'll probably want some proliferate, right? If we're playing the... yeah, Flux Chandler mainly is what I'm talking about there. Actually, probably all we'll need... well, contingency plan. Or contingency plan? Not sure. Y'all know my pronunciation is, like, literally garbage. And then we'll need some, like, removal, right? So, cast downs, things that board wipe. I'd be careful with the cast downs, actually. Cast downs probably went down in value, right? Let's see. 1 copy of the Elder Spell definitely isn't bad. Maybe 2 copies even isn't bad. Because we can always Elder Spell our own Planeswalkers. And then we do want some Kraz. Cry the Canarium. I don't know how much I like Deliver Unto Evil. Let's see, we'll probably want some Lava Cools. Lava Cools are still pretty good. So, or Vraska's Contempt, I feel. Actually, Bedevil should be really good, huh? Alright, let's see where the Lava Cool. We'll see where we're at after getting everything in here. Maybe if I can find everything that I want to play, that is. Again, Tyrant Scorn, there is a very good point to be made for it. Probably want to play some Thought Erasures. I don't think we want to play any role reversals or invade the cities, none of that kind of stuff. But Devil should be really good though, right? Widespread Brutality I would like to use, but I don't see it making its way into the deck. Another card I would like to play though is the old Nico Bolas, right? Still an excellent Planeswalker, and if we have this Nico plus the other Nico down, it's just even better. So, and I think we're only playing like 6 creatures, yeah. What do we need? We need some more low-cost removal from what I'm seeing. Or some card draw, something. Oh, Jace Cunning Castaway might get us some card draw. Kasmina sort of does. Both the Nicols do. Oh, we might be fine. We have our board wipes. We have Kra. I think we do need at least 1 Ritual of Soot. Just for the things that Kra won't hit. So let's see. There's Ritual. And we do just need some straight up destroy spells, right? I think Vraska is the best option. Oop. Did we pass over? No. Ours should be in the V's. Probably 2 copies of Vraska's, and we'll need to drop a spell. Maybe we drop 1 copy of the Elder Spell, because we really only want to be seeing it once anyways, right? Alright, so now we can go back and uncheck everything. And throw in our lands. No Disparks. Dispark and Tyrant Scorn are, to me, they're very like, they could be great, but if you draw it and you don't hit what you need to hit, I'd rather have removal that could hit anything, if that makes sense. Like, obviously Lava Cool can't hit a Planeswalker, and Elder Spell can't hit creatures, but past that, like, Kra is going to hit all the creatures, Ritual is going to hit all the creatures, Bedevil hits both Planeswalkers and creatures. Dispark is good, but if they're playing aggro, like a lot of Constructed is now, I just feel like it's just going to fall flat. And then, what? Tyrant spelled with 1 N. Do I not know how to spell Tyrant? Yeah. Honestly, Tyrant Scorn is pretty good. I might end up throwing it in. Discard, then exile the Ult Kaya. Show Grixis discard with Dragon God and Kaya. What's my win con? Yeah, Nico. Nico. Both Bolas with the Fairy Control. Ain't that good in Super Friends, I don't think. Also just seems weak overall. Amass is... it's more fun, for sure, than being serious. Head of Mind Fart. I meant Elder Spell. Oh, yeah, we got one copy of Elder Spell. Honestly, I think I want to try out Tyrant Scorn, so maybe we play a copy. Maybe we play 2 copies. Maybe I just get rid of the Lava Cools. How about we go 1-1? We'll see. You know, we'll see if we draw out one, if it would have been better to have the other, and vice versa. So let's make sure we select our new deck here, as I believe the picture, yeah, it's the exact same, so wouldn't want to make that mistake. Okay. Making sure that nothing on the yeah. Making sure nothing else has popped up on the Discord. I mean, if we can draw some more mana, probably fine. Also, I just realized we have way too many like double costs for things. We need some way to level our mana out, like a treasure map or even Navigator's Compass would be fun. We will keep it though. Also, how's the lighting? The lighting's a little bit better now that I'm just sort of sitting back, chilling like a villain. Ooh. Oh wow, we're all the way up to 17 viewers. Hope everybody's having a good day or night or morning, whatever it is, wherever you may be. Our opponent's playing Teamer. VIP underscore Lyerson underscore VIP. Alrighty. It's their turn. I'm just not sure what they're waiting for. 1 or 2 more games, and well, maybe just 1 more game, and Nicole will go play the Feathered deck. I'll go record 1 more, and then we'll do the same again. I'll take a little break, just play some games with the live stream. Maybe we'll go and do some limited. Depends on what y'all would rather see, more constructed decks or limited. I kind of like limited because you get to see only War of the Spark 1, and 2, you get to see some of the cards that you're probably not going to get to see in constructed, or at least not anytime soon, right? So let's play Davriel, and honestly, let's go ahead and make them discard a card. With them having Rhythm of the Wild, I'd rather get value out of Davriel, considering they can just throw down a creature, give it haste. Boom, Davriel's dead. Especially in Teamer. Like I said, constructed meta right now is super aggro. But I gotta say, like, the aggro feels good. Like, it feels good to play aggro. It's not just mono red, it's Mardu and Naya. It's like everything can be aggro, which is kind of scary too, right? Alrighty, so we have 2 copies of Jace Cunning Castaway. Maybe we put too many of them in here. Do I live in America? Yes. Live in Georgia. If those of you that know the American stereotypes, I live in the southeast, or the south of America, and hence the accent and all that stuff, which I don't think I hear it that much, but everyone always tells me that I have a thick accent, so it is what it is. 1 more red mana we can get down to Sarkhan, 1 more blue mana we can get down to Jace. Flux Chandler. I mean, they haven't played anything for us to cry yet anyway, so sure. Sure. I kind of like how you can destroy the statue in the background. The statue, I don't know if it's Eugen or if it's Bolas back there. They both have like the similar curved horns. Bolas just looks like a whole lot more angry, right? Oh. We could also just get Bolas, I guess. Okay, so I might have to go quieten the dogs. If so, I do apologize, but yeah, so we'll go ahead and draw a card, make them exile something. Also, I do apologize about the dogs. It's just they hear cars and they wanna protect their owners, which I understand, but at the same time, those of you that have dogs or cats or children probably understand. Not that I'm comparing children, dogs, and cats, but hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying there. Otherwise, that sounds really bad, right? Alright, so let's go Sarkhan the Masterless. Larson said, fuck that. To be fair, I'm probably with you, Larson. I would have done the same thing. Alright, so we'll play the feather. Whoa. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, we'll play this a couple matches, and then we'll hop in and do another recording. This is the Feather the Redeemed deck. Okay, so it is Bolas. Killed planeswalkers leave their spark on the war battlefield. Is that what that is? Not really? Okay, nice. Glad I don't have too bad of a accent. Yeah, I've been wondering what the little blue and red sparks on the ground were. Or maybe they're just blue? Maybe the red sparks are things flying through the air. This is a super slow hand. We'll keep it though, because it's got Krenko. And how can I turn away Krenko, right? The only thing I kind of don't like is it seems like a play on this map every single time. Alrighty, we're up against more aggro. Oh, a mass aggro. I like it. I like it a lot. Well, that's really good. So, we'll get down 10th District Legionnaire. And honestly, we're not going to attack. The next turn we have the Colossus, right? And that just makes her so much better. No blocks. No blockies. Or actually what we can do is we can Giant Growth plus 10th District Legionnaire. Let me make sure I play this right. So we need a green on the field. Yeah, I'll take some land that I don't have to shock out. Seems good. So I'll swing in with the 1. And now we're tied on health. Delicious. Oh, come on. Fuck you, Judith. We're about to take a whole lot of damage. Like, pretty much lethal level, right? Here's the thing. If we play Colossus, we can't really do anything else. And if we play Colossus and swing in with both, I don't think it's lethal. Oh, man. Judith aggro is just really rough right now. So, actually, I don't think we can swing it with any of them. Actually, I think we just die here, right? Even if they swing it with everything, if we were to kill everything, you know, it's enough damage. So, that's unfortunate. It's okay. We'll move on to the next one. Like I said, that was kind of a slow starting hand anyways. We had all the shock lands. So let's run it back. I would like to do some more mass decks. I do think they're fun. Dragon Bros. Is it WinCon? Sounds solid to build around. Yeah, Sarkhan is like super strong. H2O happy dude. Well, that's just bad, right? We don't have any red mana. Half me wants to throw it away. The other half says, no, you can make it work. Your opponent goes first. Fuck it. Now we have no white mana. Alright, I'm done. No more. No more mulliganing for me. Again with the aggro. Alrighty. Well, I can't say much because we're playing aggro, but like, you know, legit 70% of the decks you run into in this event are aggro, which is kind of annoying. Because it means that people can't really play their slow decks. Alrighty, we're waiting on that white mana. Also, I still think we're playing like 22 lands, so seeing so few is kind of irritating. Priest, what an annoying card. Cool, cool. Okay, so whatever creature we get down is definitely going to get sacked out immediately by the priest. Alrighty. I'm just going to concede. We can all agree that game's probably over. Even if I get white mana, then I'm only playing like one card per turn. And up against another aggro deck, it's not gonna fan out very well. So again, we'll roll it back and try it again. Oh, I can't wait for it to get nighttime here. Once the sun goes down, it gets a bit cooled off. McIntyre? I believe that's McIntyre. That's a little bit better. We actually have some of all of our land. And again, we don't need to pay the 2, so. Let's see if we can make something work here. Ooh, a Gideon Blackblade. I enjoy it. If they play a creature, we just Domri's ambush them for sure. No creature. Honestly, I think it's best to get Krenko down then ASAP, right? They're not gonna. Are they playing a Gates deck? Are they playing a goddamn Gates deck during the War of the Spark pre-release event? Oh, let me guess. Gates Ablaze? Guild Summit. Okay. I was about to say, come on. Okay. So we're gonna giant growth the 10th district. Yeah, I'll take another 10th district. And then we will swing it with everything, and then we're gonna play our Huatli's Raptor, which will proliferate and make our 2 existing. Oh no, we won't, because I used our 1 source of green mana. So we'll just throw down a Swiftblade. Oh man. Well, now we just. Oh, I was gonna say now we just hope they don't get a Gates Blaze, right? And then we can probably pull it off, maybe. Let me go see how many lands I'm actually running. I'm fairly sure it's 22 to 23. Yeah, 22 lands. Not quite sure why we're drawing so poorly on our lands then. Let's try cutting out one of those, adding in a Sun Petal. And honestly, let's go. I think we go down on our red green. What are our numbers looking like? We don't need green white. Okay, so let's go down on those. Maybe that'll work out a little bit better. Alright, so we'll play a couple more matches with this. Play Simic, my boy. Alright. We'll build a Simic deck after this, and then we'll go do some recording. What tools did Mono Red and Mono Blue get? I dread the question, but you have to know your enemies. Yeah. Mono Red. Honestly, the red spells aren't that helpful to what Mono Red does right now. Like, don't get me wrong, Mono Red's probably still gonna fuck your games, but they sort of spread the aggro around to where now you're gonna see a lot more like Mardu aggro, Rakdos aggro. Selesnya Proliferate is honestly really, really good. Right, now we're only gonna get check lands, huh? I see what you're doing to me, game, and I gotta say, I do not appreciate it. Tile Taker. Alright, so the Orzhov Enforcer is actually really annoying. I think we just sack out our 10th district to it. Yeah. As I say, they should block it here. But it's better than blocking something now than blocking something later once we've built it up. Okay, so they're going for like an Orzhov sack deck. That's not bad. Hey, there's our pay 2. I think we honestly just go ahead and get down to Krenko, and we'll throw this in tapped. Next turn, we can cast 2 copies of Giant Growth on Krenko, make a whole lot of... Okay, yeah, they're going to kill our Krenko. That should be fine, though. We want to block the Cruel Celebrant. Ooh, Domri's Ambush. That's really good. So we're actually just going to Domri's Ambush the Orzhov Enforcer. Get rid of that bitch. And we can Huatli Raptor as well if we want. We could also just Giant Growth. But I think getting down more creatures is a little bit better. Or we could throw down Dread Horde. Yeah, let's go and get down Huatli. Cruel Celebrant is still going to be a bitch and a half to deal with, and so are the Flyers, especially since we're already down to 11 health. But we'll do our best here. Do our best to hang in there. We do have 3 copies of Giant Growth, so like, if we did get our Dreadhorde Arcanist down, we could do some crazy stuff, right? Ooh, Aurelia. Scratch that. We're 100% going with Aurelia, right? And then I think we just put it on the Krenko, honestly. We might as well swing in with all those, right? Keep 1 back to defend against the Tide Taker, I think. Well, no, we're going to make all new ones with Krenko, right? We're going to make 7 new goblins, so... Yeah, no need to block my my Trampler. Alright, so we got in some good damages there. They do get some more Flyers, but we have Aurelia now to defend against the Flyers. Cruel Celebrant still being a bitch. You know, that's to be expected. We do have 3 copies of Giant Growth. We can only cast out 2, though, with our lands. Okay, so yeah, we do indeed want to block. Then Judith, or Priest of Forgotten Gods, tap, sack. We'll get rid of one of our goblins. They deal 2 damage to us. No? We're very, very close to death. So if we're going to win this, we got to do it now. Got to do it now. So move this out of the way. Sack a creature, sure. We already lost the 2 life, yeah? Okay, I was about to say, you lose the 2 life right off the bat. Do they have anything that deals damage to us? If so, we're pretty much fucked. Tide Taker, no, but as soon as they lose 1 more unit, then we're dead, right? And we have no way to gain health. So not a bad deck, honestly. Just sort of stomping us out. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here, huh? Alright, well then let's make the biggest goddamn Cranko possible, huh? Come on. If I'm going down in a blaze, damn it. 14 goblins. That's so awesome. Alright. Do your work. Oh, hey, we made them hit 0. Do they lose before we lose then? Alright. Magic mechanics. Whew. God damn. I gotta be careful how much I laugh. It just makes me sweat more. Alright, so y'all were saying y'all wanted to see a Simic deck. Let's see what new cards Simic got. Oh, and Mono Blue, again, no cards that I really think benefit Mono Blue aggro at least, so. Simic. We could go for like Simic Proliferate. I've been seeing people do some crazy stuff with Nisa. Crazier than what I ever expected to see, at least, you know? We do have Neoform. A Neoform deck could be really fun. Neoform, Kiora, Bioessence, Hydra, Rolex. It's already 40 cards, huh? Vivian might not be bad either. And Flux Chandler's probably pretty good. Contingency plan or a consensus plan? Is that how that's said? Whatever. Who knows? Yeah, now we could just play some ramp, right? So Bioessence Hydra is 5 mana. So let's see what other creatures we got. And what 4-drop creature do we have that we could sack out and not really care to lose? Oh, something else going on. No, we don't want to challenge a troll. I mean, Bloomhole isn't the worst, but I don't know if we really want it. Let's see what blue has. 4 mana creature that we can sack out in blue. Wow, there's not a whole lot of 4 mana creatures that you just really want to get rid of, huh? Let's see about Simic. What about in the Simic colors? Are there 4 mana creatures we... Yeah, Sharkter Crab's not bad, actually. Frilled Mystic. Frilled Mystic is an excellent sap target, right? Sack, not sap. Zagana might not be bad for some more card draw. We're going to need some... What's it called for sure, though? Oh, and I kind of want the... It's probably my friend texting me back there. I want the Sage. Evolution Sage, yes. Ooh, but we're not really ramping that hard, huh? We'll cut out some cards, but let's add in some ramp. Let's add in some incubations and some Lana Wars, I think. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What about Zhang? Where is he at? Where the fuck? Oh, I only have creatures. Duh, chance. Alright. Yeah, Zhang Yangu. Seems like a pretty solid card, honestly. Alright, so we're up to 63. Probably don't need 4 copies of Rolesque. Let's be real here. Perfectly fine having 4 copies of BioEssence Hydra, as that's what we're going for. 3 copies of Frill, it's probably fine. 3 copies of Kiora is probably fine. Now we're down to 59 cards. That's fine. There was another card I wanted to play, actually. What was it? Nisa, maybe? Maybe we just play some more Lana War, like one more Lana War, try to hit it a bit more frequently. Although with Zhang, you know, let's just try it. There's always editings to be done to decks, so. And of course, if y'all have some suggestions, by all means, leave them down there. Now, I think whenever I hit done and then come back into it, okay, yeah, all my. Although, why are the Lana Wars? Oh, because they were part of the set, right? Okay, so since we're playing Simic, we should be using the Simic card sleeves, right? Makes sense. Alright, so let's give it a go. Let's give it a go, and then I'll go try and record. Also, let me see, see what my friend said. Hold up. Goodness, I missed a whole lot. Krenko is going to be a lot of fun. Krenko is super fun. Check mono blue, but mono red is tempted to stretch into mid-range. Yeah, mono red mid-range is a lot scarier than mono red aggro, to be completely honest. Buff Dreadhorde by 1 and you can suddenly replay lightning strikes. Yeah, true. What are you on that's letting you do a pre-release already? Wizards of the Coast. They actually sponsored this event, so if you look in the description, you'll see, like I'm saying, thank you Wizards for the pre-release event. They gave me a special account, so. I mean, not the world's best, but we have a split mana, so you can't really complain about it. Alright, we'll see. We'll see. I might record one more. Might not, just depends. I want to try and get as much as I can out of this, obviously. I don't think we want a contentious plan yet. I'm fine with playing it slow. If Chuck Beardo will allow it, I'm going to play it slow. And I'm going to go ahead and get down to the Lana War. Because I need that rampage. I want to make sure that I have 4 mana come next turn. In case I can, or in case I don't draw any land, I'll just keep up the mana for Frilled Mystic. Then if I ever draw a Neo form, I can get down to BioEssence Hydra. Although we don't have any, Deputy? You bastard. There's another contentious plan. Well, let's go ahead and get down to Flux Chandler. At least they didn't Deputy our Flux Chandler, right? Did I triple my subs? I mean, yeah, throughout the course of me done all this, I've tripled my subs. I'm up to 830, I think now. 830 on subscribers. Only 170 away from 1,000, which is like super awesome. Okay, so we still have the 4 mana for the Frilled Mystic. There's a Teferi. Can cast spells only any time they could cast sorceries. That's such a fucking pain. You know? Such a goddamn pain in the ass. Alright, let's get a Vivian down. We can't proliferate anything except for their Teferi, and we for damn sure don't want to do that.
Let's see if you're worthy. Tear it down. Tear it all down.
We can only play a creature card, right? So let's exile a land. We may just scoop out of this game. I'm not too big on Teferi. New ones, old ones. Just not very fun. And since I'm on like a limited clock with this event, you know, then I don't really give a shit about dipping out on control players.
Not again.
Alright, come on, Teferi. Do your nonsense.
Don't worry, I got this.
I would like to see another land, please. Another land, Planeswalker. A lot of things I would enjoy seeing. Any way to get rid of that goddamn Teferi? Maybe a way to give counters to our Flux Chandler wouldn't be bad.
Here we go.
Okay, well let's get down Kiora then. In case we do draw another land, that's our Bioessence Hydra. If it doesn't get countered. Excellent.
I'll show you a trial.
Now we just gotta hope they don't have a third copy of Deputy in their hand like they probably do, right? Or like a goddamn... what's a sorcery speed spell that would be annoying? Nothing? Maybe they just plus the Teferi there to get them up a little bit more in life. Oh wow, I'm like super slouched down. Oh.
I feel like fighting anyway.
Alright, I am probably gonna dip out of this game. 3 copies of Deputy. For real? Might as well contentious plan. Hell, we might as well start proliferating their Teferi. We don't have anything else to proliferate, right? Alright, Chuck Beardo. Bad enough, damn it. We'll just hop into another game. That is the one thing I do love about Magic. You don't have to feel bad for conceding. Like, you don't have to feel bad in the slightest. If you're playing ranked, sure, probably gonna be anxiety ridden by the end of it. But if you're just playing standard, it's so fun. I love it already. Mystic Screws with Teferi. Yeah. Frosty HS. And they're rocking a Teferi avatar. So I definitely don't have any good hopes about this. But we'll go with it. We can get a Kiora down on turn 2, which isn't too bad if we can follow it up with a Bioessence Hydra not too long after. But considering we started with 2 lands and this game really knows how to, yeah, fuck you when you're down, I'll doubt it. Now, cool thing is we can actually have, what, 1, 2, 4? We can get up to 4 mana, which still isn't enough. See what I mean? Like, for some reason, all throughout the event, whenever I draw something, I, like, draw the entirety of it, if that makes sense. Which is just fucking weird. Very, very weird to me. Sure, let's just swing all in. I also don't understand this. How do we draw so little land every fucking game? It's like MTG Arena got really mad at me for making all those 13 land video decks, so now they're just like, here, I bet you play 27 lands. I bet you still won't draw enough, you little bitch. Also, I hope the new viewers coming in understand that, like, my complaints are 100% for each planeswalker we control. Yeah, okay. My complaints are completely hollow, if that makes sense. I 100% love this game, and probably play it until it literally, like, just dies, if it ever dies. So I definitely don't have any problem with the game to the point where it's like, oh, why do I even play this anymore, right? So, I mean, fuck it. We could probably get rid of another Bioessence Hydra, honestly. Hey, there's a land. And we for damn sure don't want to... We'll probably just swing all in on the Bolas, honestly. Even if it means I can't keep up mana for my Frilled Mystic, but we can kill that Bolas. I kind of don't like Bolas's voice. It's too graspy. It's too, like, not graspy, raspy. What the hell? It's too, like, grungy. It's so grungy I can't, like, understand what he's saying, you know? Also, we're probably gonna dip out. They got a God Eternal Kefnet, and we're in a sticky situation. Maybe the Frilled Mystics aren't good in this deck. Maybe we need some different 4-drops. But to be fair, we're... Oh my goodness. Alright. Wouldn't Proliferate go well with the Explore package? Yes. Yes, it should go. Excellent. So yeah, I'm kind of done getting my ass kicked with that. We'll return to it, but I am going to go ahead and record another one and play the Selesnya Proliferate deck. Oop. Okay, give me just a second. Alrighty, as I was saying, we'll probably go ahead and hop into this Selesnya Proliferate deck. So, see how it does, see how fun... Oh, actually, you know what we should do as well, though? Did we already? Oh, we did. We already put the card backing on it. Okay, and we updated the styles. Yes, yes, indeed. Alrighty, let's go ahead and... I'm going to hit record on the video, and we'll pretty much do as we did with the last one. And I might end up just recording a couple more tonight off stream. But for now, we're going to go ahead and hop into this. Let me read comments real quick. Okay, I'm all caught up on comments, so let's go ahead and do this. What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're going to be playing some Selesnya Proliferate. First off, I want to say thanks to Magic, the Gathering creators. I was wondering where I was going with that sentence. Nonetheless, thanks to Wizards of the Coast for giving me access to the early streamer event. That's how I'm able to put out all of this content. They give me access to literally every card in the game, give us 200,000 gems so we can play as many sealed events as we want. And yeah, basically just let us go free. They say go have fun, go play whatever decks you want, you know, showcase it however. So this is going to be our second deck showcased outside of the versus matches that we had done. And yeah, we'll hop right into the deck tech and then into our 3 games. So, kicking this off, we do have 2 copies of a Johnny's Welcome. This is to help buff up our creatures like a Johnny's Pridemate. And I thought that we had another creature that was based off health, but I think the only other reason we have it in the deck is actually just for the life gain, because there's a whole lot of decks out there right now that are just aggro central. So, a Johnny's Pridemate, again, we just explained it with a Johnny's Welcome. It's going to get more counters every time we gain life, and then obviously with every time we proliferate it, it's also going to get more counters on it, so really good there. We have 4 copies of Grateful Apparition. Flying creature 1/1, whenever it deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, you proliferate. Really good if you can get it to stay alive. Of course, it's really easily taken out as well, so, you know, for 2 mana, you're not losing a whole lot, though. And then we have 1 copy of Song of Freyalise, which can give a +1/+1 counter to all of your creatures, which makes your proliferate even better. It also helps you ramp to get into things like Gideon the Oathsworn, like Planewide Celebration, like a Johnny the Great Hearted, all that, you know, super fun stuff. Then we do have 4 copies of Huatli's Raptor, just a really solid dinosaur card that came out with the new set. 2 mana, 2/3, comes down with Vigilance, and whenever it enters the battlefield, you proliferate, so it's just a really good mana efficient card. Especially in a proliferate deck. Then we have 1 copy of Gideon Blackblade, which is just a really strong planeswalker. As long as it's your turn, Gideon Blackblade is a 4/4 human soldier creature with indestructible that's still a planeswalker and prevent all damage that would be dealt to Gideon Blackblade during your turn. So fantastic there. And if you have something like a Gideon Sacrifice and you plan on swinging all in with all of your creatures, that's a really, really cool combination. Let me see if I can find... Yeah, here it is. So, choose a creature or planeswalker you control. All damage that would be dealt this turn to you and permanents you control is dealt to the chosen permanent instead. So, Gideon Sacrifice works excellent with the Gideon planeswalkers. So, obviously this one prevents all damage that would be dealt to Gideon during your turn. Play a Gideon Sacrifice. All damage that's going to be dealt to any of your creatures is dealt all to Gideon Blackblade, so they all live. He lives because he's indestructible. And, yeah, things are just perfectly fine. Nonetheless, you can +1 them, and one of your creatures gets Vigilance, Lifelink, or Indestructible until end of turn, which is a huge array of skills you can choose to devy out. Lifelink, obviously great against aggro, Indestructible, more so in those mid-range matchups where you're sort of stalling the game out and you want your creatures to win the trade. And then Vigilance is always good if you're up against aggro. You don't want them to play something hasty down, any of that kind of stuff. So. Then we do have 2 copies of Makeshift Battalion. Whenever Makeshift Battalion and at least 2 other creatures attack, put a +1/+1 counter on Makeshift Battalion. So basically a creature that can give itself counters fairly easily, and then we can of course just proliferate it up the rest of the way. We do have 2 copies of Prison Realm for some removal. It is a new piece of removal. I kind of like it a little bit better than Conclave Tribunal, simply because it has the Scry effect. It comes down for 3 mana, so it is very good. We are still playing Conclaves, as we are playing a whole lot of units, and a lot of cheap units at that. So then we have 4 copies of Unbreakable Formation, which, if we play during our main phase, gives all of our creatures a +1/+1 counter, which is an excellent base start for all of our proliferation. And then, of course, just playing it in general gives all of our creatures indestructible. So that's really, really good. Then we have 3 copies of Evolution Sage. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under our control, we proliferate, which is just a huge proliferate mechanic. Evolution Sage and Flux Chandler, 2 of the biggest cards in proliferation right now, and that's in the green and blue mana. So, moving us down, we have 1 copy of a Johnny, Adversary of Tyrants. This planeswalker is just excellent. You know, it always has been, probably always will be a joy for me personally to play. I just enjoy the emblem if you can get it out. Giving creatures +1/+1 counters works fantastically with proliferate. So yeah, just all in all, pretty good. We do have 2 copies of Conclave Tribunal. As I said, we do have a whole lot of units, so being able to convoke it out is fairly easy. Some would say Ixalan's Bindings is better in this situation. Yeah, you could definitely make an argument for it. And you might even be right, but I like Conclave a little bit better, as we can get it out for cheaper. So, moving us down, we have 1 copy of Gideon's Battlecry. As we are playing 2 Gideon Planeswalkers, it kind of... Oh, no, this only works with the Oathsworn. Not as good as I had originally anticipated, but still probably pretty good, as it does give you a base for your proliferations as well. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. fantastic there. And then you can search your library or graveyard for a card named Gideon the Oathsworn. So you can't search Exile, but you know, even into the graveyard you can find Gideon. Then we have 2 copies of Mowu, which is just an excellent creature if you can put a counter on it and then proliferate, because every time you proliferate it, you're going to be putting 2 counters on it instead of just 1, which makes this card go up really, really huge, really, really fast. So we have 2 copies of Ajani the Greyhearted, which again has more innate built-in proliferation starting, if that makes sense. So -2 him, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control and a loyalty counter on each other planeswalker you control, which is excellent if we have the Gideons out. +1 him, we gain 3 life, which is excellent against aggro decks. And then his innate ability is creatures you control have vigilance, which is pretty fucking strong as well, right? So moving us down, we have 1 copy of Gideon the Oathsworn. Whenever you attack with 2 or more non-Gideon creatures, put a +1/+1 counter on each of those creatures. So another way to start your proliferation, as well as if you +2 him, then this Gideon also becomes a creature. This one becomes a 5/5, and again prevents all damage that would be dealt to him this turn. So you can again Gideon sacrifice onto Gideon the Oathsworn and absorb all the damage that you would be taking. Furthermore, if you can get Gideon up to 9 loyalty and then minus him, you'll exile Gideon the Oathsworn and each creature your opponents control. So it's basically like a late game I'll win kind of effect, right? And then we have 1 copy of Plane Wide Celebration, mostly because I wanted to play it. However, it does still tie in to the deck with proliferation, with gaining life, returning permanent cards from our graveyards to our hands, excellent, and then creating the 2/2 citizen creature tokens. It's fine for building your board if you don't have a board yet. So, and then of course we have our lands, and that's going to do it for the deck tech or the deck breakdown, and we're going to hop right into our games. Okay. Oh, got neighbors walking around, so I'll go ahead and close the blinds and all that stuff, so y'all don't have to listen to it. Alright, and here we are in a game 1 up against Din or Don. Not quite sure how they prefer their name to be pronounced. We'll keep it. I'm not quite sure why we always draw these low land hands, but I guess we'll make do with it. We drew another one, so I guess can't complain too much. That will give us our Evolution Sage, our makeshift battalion. Yeah, we got a pretty good hand if we can get it going. Chromatic Lantern, I am terrified to see, to be completely honest. I think I'd rather get down the makeshift battalion than the Evolution Sage. The Evolution Sage is going to do anything for us right now, and if they have removal, I'd rather hit the battalion. So next turn we have actually a whole lot of plays that we can make. We can throw down the Great-Hearted, we can throw down Mowu, we can throw down the Ajani. I think Mowu is the right answer. Okay, so they have a 3/3, so even if we manage to buff up our makeshift battalion, the construct is still going to be enough to take it out. So I think we do just throw down the Mowu and call it a turn. Next turn we can throw down a Ajani, Adversary of Tyrants, I think. Yeah, I think we want to get down Adversary of Tyrants first and then the Great-Hearted, so that way whenever we do the -2 effect, the Adversary of Tyrants gets a +1 loyalty counter on it as well. And it'll still make our Mowu go up to a 5/5, which is, you know, excellent. Let's give them the island. I'd rather them not get the life gain. Of course they may need the island. Not sure though. We will have to see. So 4 mana. Yeah, I think we do go just straight into a Ajani. They may swing in with their 4/4 here. They didn't. If we play this, we can still play the Ajani, but both of our units are going to end up getting tapped. So we'll take a bit of damage, but in the long haul, it is going to work out better for us. So, ooh, well, we can't really afford to play the Ajani plus play them, huh? How about we play the Evolution Sage? And this way, if we do get a chance to play the Ajani next turn, say we draw into a land, then we can play the Ajani, play a land, proliferate, which will boost our Ajani, boost the Ajani again with the +1. So it'll already be up to what, a 6? Ooh, there's Tezzeret. So they can deal 4 damage to us just with the plus effect of Tezzeret and gain 4 life. Creating another construct. And another Karn. What does this do? Sure.
Let us begin. My allies are counting on me.
And what, they just keep returning Karn? I mean, it's certainly not bad. Annoying, like, really fucking annoying, right? Sure, sure. Get down another one.
I battle with the forces. I am not frightened by you. I have faced worse. My purpose is greater than myself.
Okay. Well, it was fun. I get it, then. You have found a way to make things non-stop repeating. Cool, cool. I like that. So game 1, we are going to be picking up a loss to Tezzeret, Master of the Bridge, which is honestly a really fun card, and hopefully y'all saw there the true potential for his limitless power, we'll call it. So that's going to do it for game 1, and we will go ahead and hop right into a game 2. Alrighty, here we are in a game 2 up against the Boy Wonder again. This is going to be my second time facing him. So if I remember correctly, seriously? All forest. So if I remember correctly, I think we do have to mulligan this hand, by the way. If I remember correctly, though, our opponent's playing a teamer deck. What was it? Ah, we just faced him not too long ago. You know, honestly, I'm fine with getting a Johnny out. So let's get a Johnny's Welcome. Next turn, we'll get a Johnny's Pride Mate. Turn after that, we'll get a Grateful Apparition, and hopefully start this proliferate road right. They're playing Boros. Were they playing Naya last time? Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Well, there's the Dreadhorde Arcanist, so we know they're playing something annoying. We could just Prison Realm the Arcanist this turn, but I'd rather go ahead and get down the Apparition, make our Pride Mate bigger, swing in. You know, the huge, deal the damages. Thankfully, since we do have a Johnny's Welcome already down, we should be fairly okay against the aggro rush, right? We do have Prison Realm. Maybe we can draw into another land and just get a Johnny's Adversary of Tyrants down, plus our creatures, proliferate, you know. Build up a quick board. Also, I realize I should probably scoot a little bit closer to the microphone, as these are going to be YouTube videos, and during the stream I tend to sit a little bit further back, as it's a little bit more relaxing and I don't have to press my legs in on this thing. no blocks. Feather the Redeemed. That's annoying and probably just gonna get prison round, right? Or we can Unbreakable Formation, give all of our units +1/+1 counter. Whenever Grateful Apparition goes to attack, it's gonna get bigger. Kind of like that a little bit better. They'll probably still block Grateful Apparition with the feather here. But at least now whenever we do get to attack in with our Grateful Apparition, it will gain another counter. And I'm hoping we can push them down before they can do too much about it. Maybe getting rid of the feather there was the right plan and just swinging in like normal. Our Johnny still would have gotten buffed up, right? Decisions. Alrighty, Boy Wonder. Let's see what you got, Robin. That is the Boy Wonder, right? That's Robin? That's his nickname? I may be mistaken that, but I was fairly sure that's Robin. Don't kill my Grateful Apparition. Por favor. Nope. It's gone. Alright, well. Honestly, I kind of like the Ajani play better. Does their feather, like, hit our Ajani? Yes, 100%. But do they go down to 3 here? More than likely. Or they block with a Dread Horde, which I'm perfectly fine with. Sure, their feather gets a hit on our Ajani, but then next turn we just Prison Realm their feather, buff our Ajani Pridemate up, and our Ajani Adversary of Tyrants still lives through it. So I think we're doing alright. I think we're in a good position here. We'll have to hope. Another Dread Horde Arcanist. No way to haste it though. That's fantastic. Hopefully no seal-aways. They sure are hovering that Ajani's Pridemate fairly hard, huh? Are you finished? Alright, so let's Prison Realm. Take the feathered. Evolution Sage? Yeah, I could get down with that. Now we could just minus the Ajani and get back.
Look how far you've come.
You gonna sack that Dread Horde too? Fine by me. We can minus the Ajani and get back Grateful Apparition, which we might do next turn. We definitely have them on the back ropes, so another feather. Well, that's fine, right? We just buff up our Johnny, buff him one more, and we can buff our Evolution Sage. So now whenever we play a land, you know, our Evolution Sage is also getting proliferated. And the Boy Wonder is just gonna tap out there, so that's fantastic. Claim the prize there, and we will we'll move on to a game 3. Hoping for the same results as a game 2 here. Alrighty, here we are in a game 3 up against Team Pwned. Going up against a whole team of pwned people. Did I go first with this hand? No. I'll go first with this hand for sure. Johnny's Welcome, Johnny's Pridemate, Grateful Apparition. Pretty much the same thing we did last game. Also, I apologize for the text messages that are just interrupting here, there, and everywhere, right? Oh, my turn. I was like, what's taking our opponent so long? Nothing. What's taking us so long? Alrighty, play the forest. Do have an unbreakable formation, but I don't think we really need it. So let's get down our Grateful Apparition. Then we can unbreakable formation come next turn, right? And Ajani's Primate should do a lot of damage here. I doubt they block with the Pelt Collector, and they don't. So yeah, we can unbreakable formation, stack our counters. Should work out nice, so long as they don't have a flyer. Or a way to deal with our Grateful Apparition, obviously. That would be slightly depressing as well. Jade Light Ranger. Okay, so it does buff the Pelt Collector, but it's not going to be enough to really matter. Our Johnny's Proudmate's still going to kill the Pelt Collector. Hopefully they draw 2 lands here. They do, so they're actually not going to buff the Pelt Collector again whenever we kill the Jade Light Ranger here. We can Prison Realm, but I'd rather Unbreakable Formation now. So yeah, kill the Jade Light. And then we'll get to proliferate, so our units will get a little bit bigger. Right, so now we have a 3/3 and a 6/6. And of course they'll be getting bigger each and every single turn. So there's another Pelt Collector, which I don't think is fantastic. Another Jade Light, which is going to buff one of the Pelt Collectors. Hopefully 2 more lands. No. Couldn't get that lucky. Ooh, they'll probably keep the Vivian, right? Because then they can play it next turn and get rid of my flyer. Then we're going to have to Prison Realm the Vivian. And honestly, if these texts don't stop, I might just mute my phone. That's okay. So I think we just swing in here. We definitely want to Prison Realm the Vivian, and then we want to Ajani after the Vivian kills our Grateful Apparition. So we'll swing in here. They can kill the Ajani here with the Pelt Collector and a Jade Light. Choose not to, that's fine. We go ahead and Prison Realm? That's the question. Because we can Conclave next turn regardless. But it'll cost us tapping our Ajani to do it. I just hate wasting a turn, right? Fuck it. We'll use the Prison Realm on the Vivian, because we know Vivian's coming down. We know she's going to kill the Grateful Apparition. They're probably going to pay 2 health, honestly, to shock out that Overgrown Tomb, unless they have another land in hand. But we're pretty much guaranteed to get the Vivian down and out this turn. It's like I can see the future or something.
Wild animals I like. People that can't help you. Not bad.
Now obviously they won't swing in as I have 7 damage here, so... Hey! Temple Garden. Pay 2 life, for sure. Get down a Johnny, or get down a Conclave, get down a Prison Realm. I say let's go Prison Realm, and let's just try taking their shit off the board and swinging in, right? So right here. Evolution Sage, yes, please give me. And then let's not worry about the Vivian. So they have to block with the Pelt Collector here. Right, ignore that. They have to block with the Pelt Collector here. And then
Are my shield.
hopefully we can Conclave whatever else they play. Merfolk Branchwalker. Oh no, they're going to play more than 1 unit. That's okay. We can still just go into our Johnny here. Alrighty. Let's see. I am going to go ahead and put my phone on mute so we don't have to deal with that anymore. We can still wait on the Conclave, I think. And still swing in with the Ajani to get most of our stuff down. So yeah, let's go ahead and get down Ajani, Adversary of Tyrants. And I don't think we want to -2 him. Instead, we want to +1 him. Okay. But I say, for some reason, it was saying submit 0 there, and I certainly didn't want to do that. So again, we're going to keep swinging at the face, so they have to keep sacrificing creatures, which this turn it'll either be the Llanowar or the Merfolk Branchwalker. And honestly, we're not seeing anywhere near enough units is what I would like. Or lands, to be completely honest. We have 24, 23 in our deck, something like that. And we've seen 4. That's okay though. Where do we go from here? Do we -2 on the Ajani and get back Grateful? I mean, if we can give Grateful another counter, which we can with Ajani, if we can make sure that he survives, then we can kill him in the air, right?
This is not.
Oh, they just sacked out their Vivian to get the Jade Light back. Oh, fantastic. And it doesn't even buff the Pelt Collector. Gives them 2 more lands, granted. They're ramping hard. But, do they swing in this turn? Probably not, right? They can't really afford to swing in with both things. Then I just Conclave. Hydroid Crisis! That's what I like to see, actually. That's the kind of stuff I want to play against. You know? Sure, Pelt Collector going in big.
I will not be moved.
I will not be moved. I will not be moved. So we're gonna lose the Ajani here. That's fine. Let's go and get down the Evolution Sage though. And we'll put 2 more counters on our Pride Mate. And honestly, I think we put counters like that. Swing in. They're gonna sack the Jade Light Ranger. But now at least our Evolution Sage can get buffed up from every land we play, if we ever draw another land, that is. Ooh, Hadana's Climb. Put one on the Pelt Collector. Put one on the Crisis. Either way, it's getting flipped this turn, which is unfortunate because it means we can't Conclave it, and it means they have a win con soon. It doesn't matter. Actually, it probably does matter. They probably should have put it on the Crisis, actually. Now I can leave my Johnny back to defend. But if you have a bigger Crisis, then you have a bigger doubled creature, if that makes sense. So, not quite sure. Not quite sure why they picked the Pelt Collector there, but to each their own, I do suppose. The only thing that I can't understand is why are they playing the black mana? They've yet to play anything with black mana, and actually, okay, there's one. As soon as I say something, they just gotta go and be cocksuckers, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of the Crisis. It is a flyer. It is annoying. Granted, they can still use their Winged Temple of Arazka and throw a unit up in the air. You're gonna have to sack one out here. So it's either gonna be the Soul Diviner or the Llanowar. Sure. They're getting pretty close to being able to deal with us in one turn, actually. But to be fair, we've drawn kind of shitty. Let's see. And we're still at 4 lands, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I get they're playing Explore, but Explore doesn't change the order in which your lands are drawn. They should draw them out sooner, right? Or draws them if it's on top. But I still don't think that should account for 6 land difference. It just seems a bit odd, right? No, and then they just Winged Temple them. Okay. So sacking our Evolution Sage there probably wasn't the best idea. But I think this game's over anyways. They've managed to keep us down and out for long enough, and Selesnya Proliferate is really more about aggro. So If your opponent keeps you down and out long enough, I guess this is the result you can expect. Maybe we just need more creatures, but I feel like our creatures would have been fine, but our opponent has dealt with them fairly well as well.
Teamwork is strength.
Alright, so let's go Huatli's Raptor. Not that we can proliferate anything, but getting down Evolution Sage doesn't do anything except for give them another good target to finish this off with. And we still can't attack in because their Soul Diviner has an additional counter on it now. Yeah, I'm thinking this is a GG, but we'll go one more like draw cycle, you know, so we can at least see. The only thing that does kind of get me about the event, which I know we're sort of more into the event now, but the thing that does kind of get me about the event is like people aren't really playing anything that's fun. They're just playing stuff that they're trying to see if it's the best. But like, you know, wait until it drops. Play fun stuff now when you have a bunch of streamers and a bunch of people going around not really trying to just play, you know, meta stuff. And the way, what are you doing? The way that I determine whether or not someone's trying to like play something fun or not is like all of the cards in their graveyard are from previous sets, right? And this is an event where they give you access to every card in the game, every new card, every mythic rare, you know. So it's just like it's frustrating to see the potential of what people could be building go to waste on just like decks that are supposed to be good, you know. Maybe it's because I enjoy having fun a lot more than I enjoy winning, if that makes sense. Like I enjoy a board state that's changing. I enjoy new cards, new effects, you know, just newness in the game. I enjoy that a lot more than seeing the same old stuff just played in a different order. So yeah. The only two new cards that they have played is Zhang and Soul Diviner. Past that, they're playing the standard old school style Adonis Clam, you know, madness. So cool. And that's just a land, so unfortunately that's not going to do it for us. We will go ahead and concede. Team pwned. Sure, they've made a good deck. Can't say it's a fun deck, but they've made a good deck, so I guess there's that to them. And Selesnya Proliferate, probably better as an aggro, and if you want to attune it more towards the aggro side, put in lower cost creatures, that such, take out some of the bigger Planeswalker, take out the Plane-wide Celebration, some of the cards that I put in there, as I've said, just to have fun with, because obviously Plane-wide Celebration doesn't really go in an aggro Proliferate deck, but by all means do that instead. And oh, it's starting to get dark in here. But yeah, by all means do that instead. I do think that would work out better for you. But again, since I'm in the early access event, I feel like I should be trying to play as much newness as I can and showcase as much newness as I can, because that's why people come out, right? They don't come out to see the same old decks, at least not to my channel. They don't come here to see the top tier decks in the world. You come here to see a fun deck or a janky deck. So that's what I try to provide, and I try to let y'all know whenever I think, you know, this card is out of place, or I believe that this deck could be better without this card, but I'm playing it for, you know, for the funness of it. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video, and as always, leave a like if you enjoyed, comment if you have any suggestions on this deck, future decks, past decks, excuse me, and of course, subscribe if you want to see more. Peace! Alrighty, so, holy counters, Batman. Finishing with Rip Kitties. What can I say? I enjoy cats. Alright, let's open that window back up now that I'm not recording for YouTube, because god damn it's hot. Alright, so y'all want to do some sealed now? How about that? Sealed sounds fun. Let's just resign this. Half the fun of sealed is seeing what decks I can make, and I don't remember when I made that deck, so it's like, you know. Let's move on. I have plenty of gems. No way am I spending 168,000 gems in what, a couple hours? Probably a little bit more than a couple hours. Ow, I just had an ant bite me. Domri, Nisa, Silent, Fairy, and Commence the end game. These cards are just all over the place. Here, there, and everywhere, huh? So let me know if y'all see something that looks interesting or exciting with these cards that we have here, this set of cards we have. And there's a 10th District Legionnaire. We could try and continue the aggro madness into sealed if we wanted to. I think Nisa actually isn't bad in sealed. Oh, we might actually have enough cards that we could play a... We have 2 copies of Charmed Stray. I'm almost tempted to play it. I'm so very tempted to play it. Okay, so let's actually see how far we can get along in a deck that does go for something like this. So we will throw in Divine Arrow. I think it is still perfectly fine in the meta. Somewhat Sprint. Burning Prophet could be okay. Not completely sure, but Goblin Assault Team could be good, just because of the haste effect. And we wanted to play the 10th District. Nahiri makes our creatures a lot stronger, so that's good. So what are we up to? 31 of 40? Is Heartwarming Redemption really where we want to be? Invading Manticore might be some good top end, but we're not really playing too much into the Amass, so... Sure, let's play the Heartwarming Redemption. It could be okay, I guess. We could try and branch into Mardu if we take out some of our other cards. Does have the Spark in there. And Unlikely Aid, which is pretty good with 10th District Legionnaire, right? Soren's Thirst for some more removal, Aid the Fallen. Let's see. But every time I go three colors in these decks, like, I get so mana fucked. So mana fucked. What are we looking at right now? 8 creatures, 7 non-creatures. We really don't have a top end at all right now. Which kinda is scary, right? Well, we could try it. We're up to what, 36? Need some more creatures? Yeah, we have 8. Probably need some more creatures. Maybe a Charity Extractor isn't too bad. And honestly, a War Screecher could be okay. We don't have as much removal as I'd like, but maybe we take a Law Rune and Force it to try and even that out. So what's going to be our picture up here? Let's go 10th District Legionnaire, right? Probably want to play a Gateway Plaza. I think the Guild Globes are actually okay in sealed. We'll give them a chance. Honestly, with how cheap of a deck we're playing, we can probably go down 2 cards. Probably not a plains though. Probably. Oop, there goes the dogs again. Swamp and a mountain. And alright, I'm probably going to take a break here for like 20 minutes, 20-30 minutes real quick, and run to my buddies. Actually, we've been live streaming for 2 hours. Holy hell. Okay, so no, we'll probably just call it a video here. So thanks everybody for coming out for this live stream, and it's what, 8 o'clock now? Yeah, dogs are going off. Nonetheless, I will be back tonight. It's 8, probably like 10 or 11, maybe 12-ish. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming out. I'm going to peace out before my dogs keep on barking.